Today I'm going to be taking you on a transitional journey from this to this. Let's get started. I have been a lover of makeup my entire life. I remember growing up, my aunt used to put all of her old makeup in a basket and we were allowed to play with that older makeup, and I just fell in love with it. I'm applying Milani Prime Shield to my face. It's a face primer. It evens out to my skin and the foundation goes on real nice. Now I'm about to apply my brows. Makeup can be your friend, but Tori Belle products can be your best friends. I used to spend about 20 minutes on my eyebrows alone. I did a lot of over plucking, over tweezing when I was younger, and that's caused me to have a lot of empty spaces in my eyebrows. So I have to fill them in or they just look a hot mess. Now, after I watched the Tori Belle eyebrow tutorial, I kind of adjusted this stencil application to be my own. It's a little bit different than the Tori Belle way, but this way works better for me. Now I'm just taking the little spoolie and evening out the eyebrows a little bit. Now, the eyebrow on the left side is a little bit lighter, so I went ahead and grabbed my brush and just filled it in a little bit more with the Tori Belle product. I've always been a makeup lover since I was a little girl. My aunt she used to keep all of her old makeup in a basket and she would allow us kids to play with it. I think I fell in love with makeup back then. Right here I'm putting on my eyeshadow primer. Kind of helps keep the eyeshadow in place and it keeps it there for longer. When I don't wear it, it seems to fall off a little bit sooner in the day. And it's just a light brown. You can use any brand. This brand here is MAC, but it doesn't have to be MAC. Now I'm going into the crease with a little bit of a darker shade. And if I were going out on a date or to church or just going out on a night on the town, I would add a little bit more sparkle, a little bit more pizzazz, but this is just for, oop, there's a blemish right there. This is just for an everyday look. Now, this is my magnetic liner. This is the whole reason why I'm making this video tutorial on my makeup transformation. I've cut my application time in half with the Tori Belle products, the eyebrow stencils, along with the magnetic liner and lashes. It's a 3-step process for the lashes. It's 2 coats of liner and then the application of the eyelashes. This is coat number 1. You have to let it dry in between each coat. And what I like to do is I apply the first coat and then I go on to do something else on my face. And I think I'll do the foundation next. But I wasn't real comfortable or in practice with applying my liquid liner when I first got my kit. It's not something I wear often. I didn't start wearing the liquid liner until I got my magnetic lashes, but it just took one time of applying the liner to get used to it. It's a very different consistency than other liquid liners that I've purchased. It's a velvety, clean finish, and it's actually pretty easy to apply. So you have to leave this until it dries before you put your second coat on. So I'm gonna go on to the foundation. This is the Milani. You can find this at Target. I'm I'm sure there's other places you can find it, but I got mine at Target. It's not too yellow, it's not too peach, it's not too red. It's perfect for my skin tone, and it's full coverage. And I found that if you pat, the makeup stays on your face rather than swiping across with a sponge. You use less product this way. I poked my eyeball. That's what happens when you start going too fast. I've done that with my mascara wand as well. So some of you know I've grown in my natural hair color, and a lot of my hairs are white, gray. I had to try to keep from getting the foundation on my grays because it makes them look orange. There's my second coat of liner. It's a lot easier to apply the second coat of liner, much like when you're applying 2 coats of nail polish. The first coat is always the hardest, and the second one you've already got a guide to follow, so same type of deal here. There's already a guide there, so you just kind of swipe across the guide that's already there. And again, after I apply the second coat of liner, I'm going to move on to do a different part of my face. I'll probably do concealer next. 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes of dry time. I'm going to take my foundation brush and blend that right in. Got my little war paint going. Same method, pat, 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 pat that foundation brush. Now typically I would, if I were going out on a date or going out on the town, if this was more than just an everyday look, I would go in with some shadow and give myself some depth underneath my lower lash line, but I'm not doing that today. This is Huda Beauty, I think I said that right. It smells so good. And I put that on immediately after I apply my concealer to keep the concealer from creasing throughout the day. It's a setting powder, sets everything nicely. And here I'm contouring with a bronzer that I purchased on the Carnival cruise ship. It's the best bronzer I've ever used, and when I run out, I try and find someone that's going on a cruise and I give them money to buy me more bronzer. I've looked for it online, but I can't find it. And this is my favorite blush. Has a little bit of shimmer in it, so it kind of doubles as a highlighter for me. If the light hits it just right, it looks like I've applied highlighter to my cheekbones. And here we go. I'm wearing lashes in Selfie. We have lashes in Selfie, Ladies Night, Nature Bunny, 9 to 5. These are the most extravagant lashes, in my opinion, out of all the lashes that we have for you. It's so simple. You just touch one side to the magnet and it attaches easily. And if you misplace it, you can pull it right off and reapply. Simple as that. I love my lashes. This liner is from MAC. It's Plum. And then I follow it with a lip gloss from Bobbi Brown. I forgot the name of it though. I feel like I'm losing my voice right now. I've been working all day and talking with clients, finishing up the night with this video. And that is it, folks. 20 minutes. I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch. Have a good night.